Greetings, Zhao Liu. You have learned the way of the crane. You have learned the way of the mantis, but now it's time for you to learn the way of the snake. Are you ready?
I was gonna say panda, but okay, cool.
Nah, for real though. Like, if you pay attention, it's like all four main Karate Kids learn 4 out of the 5 animal styles of Northern Shaolin. Crane,
Tiger style.
Yeah. Mantis and snake.
Hey, you know what? Now I have to ask: does everyone learn all 5 in Cobra Kai?
No. But here, okay. So listen, whoever is okay. I'm gonna bring my mic a little bit closer over here. Okay. So listen, whoever owns the rights to the Karate Kid movies and Cobra Kai, assuming they're not the same person, here's my idea for the 7th film. We know that Johnny Lawrence got a taste of Miyagi-Do karate. Like, he straight up learned Miyagi-Do karate. So a lot of people had the fan fiction that Karate Kid 2 should have been about Johnny Lawrence learning Miyagi-Do from Mr. Miyagi. Now here's just watch me cook. So here we go.
Watch you cook. Go
okay. So Johnny Lawrence, since the events of Cobra Kai, has fully mastered the way of Miyagi-Do. And now he has to get a new student, not Miguel, but a new student. And that student will have a monkey-inspired finishing move for whatever karate tournament they have to participate in. It could be like a reboot of Karate Kid 2 where they go to Okinawa, but it doesn't have to be Okinawa, obviously, because it's more Johnny Lawrence focused. But at the end of the movie, main character uses a monkey-themed finishing move, and that's how we get all 5 Karate Kids.
Your using all, it sounded distorted.
All 5 styles, all 5 Northern Shaolin styles, and that would lead up to a new season of Super Sentai, which we could call Sifu Sentai Shaolinja, and the 5 Rangers will be based on the 5 fists of Kung Fu.
Stop! I'm gonna stop you there. This is what I think. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Buttery Show. Once again, in honor of Karate Kid Legends, which is out now, and we'll be reviewing it next Monday. We are reviewing Karate Kid 2010, aka Kung Fu Kid. I am Leo, aka Leo Silver.
No,
this is Mike.
That's Xiao Leo, and I'm Shifu Mike, and we are here to discuss.
Why you gotta be Sifu? Gotta be Sifu?
Because you are learning the way of the Karate Kid. I will teach you the way.
Okay, number 1, you might want to turn down the volume on manually on your.
No.
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
It's going to be a long review. Anyways, guys, we are back. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're reviewing Karate Kid 2010, a.k.a. Kung Fu Kid. Before we get into it, be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe if you're watching on The Buttery Show. If you're watching on YouTube, youtube.com/The Buttery Show. Please be sure to follow us on Instagram at The Buttery Show. Also, episode 11 of Gundam G-Quack's short review is up right now. Episode 12 will be up tomorrow morning. And all I will have to say is this. Hold up, nope, hit the wrong one. That's all I will say. Anyways, let's get into it. Karate Kid 2010 is a 2010 martial arts drama film directed by Harold Zwart. Hopefully I'm saying it right. From the screenplay of Christopher Murphy, based on the story by Robert Mark Kamen. Not related to a Kamen Rider, serves as
and not related to Mike Kamen.
Stars Jaden Smith and Jackie Chan in lead roles with Taraji P, Henson, Wenwen Han, Zhenwei Wang, Luke Carberry, and a bunch of other characters, a bunch of other actors. Story follows the 12-year-old Dre Parker from Detroit, who moves to Beijing, China, with his widowed mother Sherry, and she runs afoul of the neighborhood bully Cheng. He makes an unlikely ally in the form of an aging maintenance man, Mr. Han, a kung fu master who teaches him the secrets of self-defense. Yes, once again, people, this has nothing to do with karate. There is no karate. This is straight kung fu, which was probably false advertisement. If I do say so myself, someone at SAG could get sued for false advertisement. I'm just saying, but it's neither here nor there.
Yeah,
this
I'm gonna be real with you. Yeah, Drake kind of knew a bit of karate, like from the Y, but
got his ass handed to him.
Yeah, but it's actually kind of interesting when you think about it, because these last two movies, the Mr. Han duology, the first one has a karate kid learn kung fu. The second has a kung fu kid learn karate.
But yeah, so funny enough, we're gonna get it. Like, let's talk about the. First of all, this movie cost. Let's see. This movie cost $40 million. The budget. Do you want to know how much it made in the box office without looking? Take a guess.
Roughly 10 times the amount.
Close. I'll give you
maybe
that.
9 times.
It made over $359.1 million at the box office.
So
worldwide.
9 times.
Yeah, 9 times. You were correct. You were correct. And I said this before, and I said it again before we even get into it. I was not a fan of this movie when it first came out. I saw this movie and I didn't like it. I ain't going front. I didn't like it. Just like how I felt about Next Karate Kid with our girl Hilary Swank. Wasn't a fan until I rewatched it as an adult. And I will say, man, this movie is so much better than Next Karate Kid. Entertainment-wise, this movie is better than Karate Kid 3. I love Karate Kid 3. Don't get it twisted. Our boy Thomas Ian Thomas Ian Griffith. Love him. Terry Silver is still my power animal, okay? He is still my power animal. But this movie, screenplay-wise, character-wise, story-wise, so much better. Like, we went back to basics, like Karate Kid Part 2 back to basics. And I appreciate that. Appreciate the direction of this movie going that way. But real quick, let's talk about some of the people. So you can correct me if I'm wrong. This is our first Jackie Chan movie. And if anyone does not know who the hell Jackie Chan is, by the way, I can't show pictures on here, people. StreamYard's been tripping. So StreamYard, if you're watching, fix your stuff. Just saying.
Yeah. Like you could see the StreamYard logo right there in the upper corner.
Yeah, normally we don't have this, but StreamYard and the creators of StreamYard, if you're watching this, please fix your stuff. We got shows to run, ladies and gentlemen. We got shows.
Plural shows.
Okay,
not singular. Like the word conspiracy. Thanks to one question, but no, we have shows plural.
Our channel is not living single. We got couples living up in this joint. Okay, we got the Common Riders down the hall. We got Ultraman down like right across the hall. We got Super Sentai down the hall. We got Power Rangers living all the way down the hall. You just say hi to them if you have to go down there. And
taking a sabbatical.
Yeah, taking the sabbatical. Hopefully Disney will pick it up. We'll talk about that at some point. Anyways, Jackie Chan. Our first Jackie Chan movie, I think this is. I'm not sure if Ryan reviewed Shanghai Noon and Shanghai Nights at any point.
No, he did not.
Okay, just making sure.
I remember every movie we ever reviewed on this channel. We haven't done a single Jackie Chan movie unless he did an English dub of an anime film that Ryan reviewed with Nadine.
Somebody. But if you guys are living under a rock and don't know who Jackie Chan is, why?
Get out of the rock.
Go, like, get off here and go watch Jackie Chan. You probably watched it. You've probably seen Rush Hour, Rush Hour 2, Rush Hour 3. If you are a millennial like us, you'll probably watch Jackie Chan Adventures. You'll probably watch Kung Fu Panda 1, 2, and 3. You'll probably watch The Tuxedo, which was essentially a live action episode of Jackie Chan Adventures. You'll probably watch The Medallion, again, a live action episode of Jackie Chan Adventures. You'll probably watch Rumble of the Bronx. You'll probably watch Project A. You probably watched any of his movies in the 80s where he damn near died every single time. You probably watched The Foreigner, which was one of his recent films. You probably watched The Forbidden Kingdom because that movie was so overhyped because you had Jackie Chan fighting Jet Li, which was going to continue the entire discussion of the early 2000s of who was better, Jackie Chan or Jet Li. Which
I would have taken a step further. I would have wanted a movie where the main character is not just trained by Jackie Chan, Jet Li, but they'd be trained by Sammo Hung, Jet Li, Jackie Chan, Donnie Yen, Biao Pian, Michelle Yao. And the main character is the reincarnation of a character who would otherwise be hinted to have been played by Bruce Lee had he, was still alive. Like it would be heavily hinted that Bruce Lee would have played this mysterious character. The main character is the reincarnation of, and the whole movie would have ended with the main character sitting in the temple, and he's approached by a challenger saying, "Hello, old friend," and that person turns out to be played by Chuck Norris.
You know what? I'll allow it. Anyways. Also, Police Story 2, Armor of God, Super Cop
Dragon
1, Super
Fist,
Cop 2,
The Protector,
Dragon Fist,
Magnificent Bodyguards.
Oh, I got you, cuz. Shanghai Noon,
Zodiac.
Around the World in 80 Days. I know
that one was weird.
Probably watched that one. It was underrated and ridiculous, but it's all good. House of Fury, New Police Story. If you were one of those Disney kids who watched The Pacifier or
Spy Next Door,
thank you.
Turns out Billy Ray Cyrus wasn't the traitor.
The Lego Ninjago movie for you Gen Zers out there
as Sensei Wu,
and recently was Master Splinter in the Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem movie that came out a year and a half ago, which I still haven't seen.
And speaking of the movie 12 Zodiacs, he was also in a certain TV show.
I already talked about it.
Jackie Chan Adventures. He didn't play the character. He didn't do the voice of Jackie Chan, but he was executive producer, and he did have segments at the end where he answered fan questions.
What's your favorite junk food, Jackie Chan? Vanilla ice cream. I remember that.
It's like, hey Jackie, what was? Have you ever encountered a tiger? Yes, there was a time when I was chased by a tiger. I tried to climb a tree, but turns out the tiger can climb trees. Remember, tiger can climb trees.
As you can see, we're Jackie Chan fans up in here. Okay, we can. I will do a YouTube short about the rivalry of at the cinema of Jackie Chan and Jet Li, because let me tell you something. In the early 2000s, let me tell y'all something. The black community was having a war between Jackie Chan and Jet Li. If you was your uncle would have been like, yeah, Jackie Chan's cool, but Jet Li's even better.
It's like, you ever see that scene from Coming to America, the barber shop? Yeah, that's basically that. Yeah,
it was the ultimate barbershop discussion in the early 2000s.
So much so, it was the subject of an Ask.com commercial.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Or was it the Intelligence Bureau? I forgot the name of the website, but it's like basically you have this agency where they go to random people and answer questions for them. And there was like a part where two old black dudes are arguing whether who would win in a fight between Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris. And then it's like in the film Day of the Dragon, Bruce Lee defeated Chuck Norris. It's like, exactly. And the other guy's like,
anyways, so aside, we can talk about Jackie Chan all day, but we gotta keep going. So we also got Jaden Smith. This was his third movie in his acting career. First movie,
the first one was Happiness.
I got you. I got this. Juneteenth already passed. Let me talk. Pursuit of Happiness. Pursuit of Happiness. Everyone cried on Pursuit of Happiness. The Day the Earth Stood Still. You and I talked about that movie before. He was in that Justin Bieber movie, Never Say Never. Look, I'm not, no disrespect to Justin Bieber. I never watched it. I didn't really care about that movie. He was also in After Earth, in Practical Jokers, the movie. Apparently, they made a movie. Life in a Year, and A Man Named Scott. He was also in the show All of Us. He was in one episode of Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Yeah, the one where like he had to impress Cody had to impress his love interest. Got her name, the Asian, like the Japanese Jewish girl with the glasses. Forgot her name, and he's like, "Okay, Cody, I'm going to teach you to do a traditional Japanese tea ceremony."
Yep, and he was in the Netflix show The Get Down. Very good show. Unfortunately, I canceled the second season. I think it should make Moore's fault. I'm joking. I'm not going to spread that rumor, but it got canceled. It's one of those Netflix shows that was so good, but it got canceled because Netflix, for whatever reason, likes to cancel all the good stuff. Netflix, I'm looking at you. Stop canceling all the good stuff. Stop canceling all the good stuff. Stop canceling all the good stuff. You remember what you did with Power Rangers Cosmic Fury. You rushed that. And now Mike and I have to pick up the pieces like Thanos. We got to do it ourselves now.
You broke the pieces of our broken hearts, and we spent so many nights trying to review other Toku shows. And we grew strong, and we learned how to get along.
Now, let's talk about Taraji P. Henson, which is our second Taraji P. Henson movie. I thought it was our first, but we did Four Brothers. And look, I love Taraji P. Henson, especially when she's doing movies where she's not suffering. If you and to our black viewers, if you know, you know. If you know. Recently she was in a movie called Straw, Tyler Perry's Straw, which is aka Tyler Perry's Temu version of John Q. And don't worry, people. Don't worry. We will be reviewing that movie soon. I can't tell you when, but we're going to be reviewing it soon. And I'm going to have to assemble the Black Avengers again because we have to rip this movie apart. But before we do that, let's talk about the good stuff. My baby girl, Taraji P. Henson has been in. She was in Smoking Aces, Talk to Me. She was in not the Australian horror movie. It was another movie called Talk to Me. Hustle and Flow, Four Brothers, A Hair Show, Baby Boy, obviously. I only want to talk about Baby Boy. Peep World, The Good Doctor. She was in The Good what else? She was also in Ralph Breaks the Internet. Proud Mary, aka her version of John Wick, which very underrated movie. She did the majority of her stunts. I gotta give her credit for it. She was in Hidden Figures, which I remember, if I remember correctly,
with Octavia Spencer from Spider-Man.
Yep. If I remember correctly, she did win an Oscar for that movie. She was also in Tyler Perry's No Good Deed. We have to mention the other movie she was in. I Think Like a Man. Tyler Perry's I Can Do Bad by Myself. She was also in The Best Enemies, Coffee and Kareem, Minions: The Rise of Gru, Paw Patrol the movie. She was in the remake of The Color Purple, and she's in one of my favorite bad movies, Acrimony. Tyler Perry's Acrimony. That movie was ridiculous. Aside from that, she was in a couple of episodes of All of Us. She was in The Division, not the video game. There was a show called The Division. She was actually one of the main cast members. She was in a TV movie called, hold on, if I'm making sure, let me adjust my glasses really quick. She was in this TV movie called Satan's Schoolgirls. What? Anyways, she was in an episode. She was in Boston Legal. Ellie Stone, the Soul Train. She was at the Soul Train Music Awards. She did one episode of the Cleveland Show. She was in Unsung Hollywood. She made an appearance on Saturday Night Live. She was one of the main cast members to one of the best shows at the time, Empire. She played Laretha Cookie Lion. She was in a short for Ice Age. She was in an episode of The Simpsons. She was in Project Runway. She's done a couple of BET Awards appearances. She was in one episode of Albert Elementary, very good show. And I can go on and on.
Everybody hates Chris.
Anyways, and then And yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are pretty much everyone that was in it that we can actually whose career we can actually highlight. There was the homie who played the bad teacher, a part of the Cobra Kai, that was kind of like Cobra Kai. The guy's name is Yu Rong Guang. He's been on a lot of Chinese movies. One notable one was Shanghai Noon. He was also in Storm Riders, Three Kingdoms, Resurrection of the Dragon, The Myth, Brothers, not the one with Jake Gyllenhaal and Tobey Maguire. Ride On, Who Am I 2015, and Police Story 2013. And there you go. Anyways, Mike, when was the first time you saw this movie? I already said I watched it when I was still in high school. So when was the first time you watched it?
I'll tell you how I did not watch it. Movies that don't suck, because by that point, G4 was already gone. Rest in peace, G4 classic.
Yeah, rest in peace. You don't get it twisted. G4 classic.
G4 classic. The G4 that we grew up with. None of that. What's your name? Wolf Frost or whatever name is nonsense.
Hey, whoever the hell that new G4 was, except the Black Hokage. We respect Black Hokage. Yeah. We stand Black Hokage. We don't talk crap about Black Hokage. Really good guy.
But I will say this though. I don't think it was a free weekend of those premium channels. I think I might have watched on Freeform or FX, FXM, FXX, like one of those FX associated channels, that popped up from out of nowhere. I think it was sometime between 2012 and 2014 when I first saw that film, and I was even when I first saw the marketing for this movie, I'm like, this is the Karate Kid. Why is he learning kung fu? And there was that one line, and there were like so many cringe lines from the movie that they used for the marketing. It's like your focus needs more focus, or I'm like you're Yoda and I'm like a Jedi. I'm like, you are no Jedi yet. In fact, you're barely a Padawan. But yeah, no, that was my first experience watching it. And honestly, I didn't hate it, but I didn't like it either. In fact, I thought that the movie mid. How do I feel about it now? Well, it's a little bit above mid. I will say this, aside from a few short scenes of the movie, I'm going to be real with you. This is my second time watching it ever. So, yeah, this is probably my least watched Karate Kid movie of the first five. Obviously, now that honor goes to the sixth one because I only watched it in theaters recently. So I can't really get that rerun factor in. But, yeah, so to like rank all the Karate Kid movies in order of least to most watch, it's 6, 5, 2, 4, 1, 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
But well, being said, let's get started. So, Jaden Smith and his mama, Dre and Sherry. Let's get that straight. They are moving from Detroit to China because she works for a car factory, if I remember correctly.
More or less.
Yeah, she works at a car factory, so they move from Detroit, Michigan to Beijing, China. Dre already meets this one white boy.
Who's our Frankie stand and Freddie. I think Frankie. Yeah,
no, Freddie.
And I'll say this much: this kid gets more screen time than Freddie does, because say what you will, I don't remember seeing Freddie at the All Valley.
Nope, no, he didn't. At least the white boy is like, hey, yo, no, this is my friend. I can step in because I don't want to get my ass whooped.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's fine. That happens. So he invites him to come to play in the courtyard, and Dre meets his love interest. Okay, and he's trying. He does not know how to play basketball. I don't know why you say you knew how to play basketball, bro. You don't know how to play basketball. What
to impress you?
This what? Okay, this is what I can actually be. Let me tell you something, boy. if you do not know how to play basketball, don't try.
Mm-hmm.
He literally
try, but don't advertise your skills.
What was this?
I don't know, but I can at least I can honestly say, and Nikolaev can confirm this. I play basketball better than Jaden Smith's character does.
Of course you did. Of course you did. You actually have. I mean, I've never played you in basketball one-on-one. We got at some point we have to play one-on-one. But bro, what the hell was that? I'm more flabbergasted on how he played than the fact that after losing to that old man ping pong, them trying to rizz up how like the kids like to say nowadays, trying to rizz up that girl, Mei Ying, he got ass whooped by Cheng and his crew. Like literally, this, like, yeah, you got your butt kicked. It's Karate Kid. Granted, the way he got his butt kicked. Damn, look, Daniel had.
It was more brutal than what happened to Daniel. Like
Daniel didn't have this much trouble. Johnny Lawrence at least punched him and maybe kicked him. This little kid body slammed this fool. It was WWE.
And 6v1 curb stomped him. Like when Johnny beat up Daniel at the beach, the whole fight was 1v1 from start to end. 1v1. Here it's like no, it was like.
But anyway,
you want? Yeah, you thought.
Like, don't get up. Don't get up. Don't get up. Anyway, but no. So goes home like in the same way Karate Kid 1 tries to hide the fact that he got beat up, but instead he uses mama's makeup and he tried. And I will give this movie credit. He tried to use the same toner that his mama used, but you gotta keep in mind your mama's a little darker than you. You can't do actually no. Your mama's a little lighter than you. You cannot use that. You cannot use that foundation.
Colorism.
No. Listen,
yeah, I'm joking.
Coming from someone who has had to put on some foundation on my neck a couple of times because of work, if it's not the same skin tone that you have, like an exact skin tone, people are going to see it, people are going to question it, and your students are going to laugh at you because they know what those why you put the foundation on. True story.
And let me tell you something. The color it looks when it's wet is not the same color it looks when it's dry.
True. By the way, what I just explained to you guys is a true story. My students laugh and like, ooh, I'm like, shut up. I even said one of them, shut up. Don't you say it. I can say this because I don't teach anymore. Like, I'm like, shut your goddamn mouth. I whisper, I'm like, shut your goddamn mouth. Don't you say goddamn. And my student busts up laughing at me when I said that. But anyways, so he goes to the school, and just like in the OG Karate Kid movie, his love interest goes to that school, and the bullies go to that school. He takes him and his mom go out around Japan. No, not Japan. I'm sorry. Stop. China.
Beijing,
China. They look around. Apparently, ice cream in Beijing, China is fire. They go to where the Shaolin or the Kung Fu temple is. And because just like Daniel, he wants to learn how to do martial arts to defend himself. The bully is there too. Also, Jackie Chan's character, Mr. Han, he is there too. He is the maintenance man. He who cleans up. By the way, I did not know this, and if any of our audience members who are from China can correct me if I'm wrong. When the hot wire was not working. Apparently, you have to switch it on and switch it off. I did not know that. Again, to our Chinese audience, I don't know if that is just part of the movie or that is actually what happens in China. Please tell me if I'm right or wrong.
And I love how Mr. Han goes full Ted Turner on Dre. It's like maybe if America have switch, save planet.
Also, Taraji P Henson being the blackest mama. Put your chicken on the hang.
See, that gave me Rochelle vibes.
No. That's black mom vibes, dog. Let me tell you something right now. I can tell you how many times I have left my sweater or jacket, and if my mom sees it, she's like, "Hey, yo, dirty ass sweater or jacket, and put it in the clothes hamper, or take your jacket and hang it up." That's what my mom said to me.
Yeah, so my mom would always give me crap when I would leave socks on the floor. It's like you're dead tired. Like you use your like feet to pull the socks off of each other. You know how you do that? Because you're just so tired you don't even want to like bend down to use your hands to pull your socks off. Like, yeah, if you don't put those socks directly into the laundry, you know, it's like Leo, you know, Leo.
I know. Oh, I know.
You know.
Anyways, so also we have the famous line that everyone memes Jaden Smith over. I ain't gonna lie. I know this is an emotional moment because him and his mom had to come to China because she had a good job and they needed her to transfer to China, and his dad's gone. I completely understand where he's coming from. I completely feel for this kid. Jaden, listen, no disrespect. I know you were a kid. I know you was trying.
Wait, I'm curious. Today on Death Metal, I hate it here. Are you an angel?
No.
Battle the catchphrases.
No. Easily, "Are you an angel?" is the worst catchphrase because who the hell goes up to a girl? I don't care how old you are. Who the hell goes up to a woman and says, "Are you an angel?" Because Padme, if I remember correctly, is like 15.
14.
Anakin's 9.
He is
14.
9.
Yeah, she's 14. Anakin's 9. 9 years later, she's trying
10 years later.
10
years later, he's 19 and she's like 24.
You try to get with someone who's barely, no, I'm not going there. Because also, Anakin, we can't do this. You're a Jedi. Look at my dress. But we can't.
I love the way people.
I can't do it.
I love the way people meme on it. It's like, Anakin, like this Anakin says, like, Anakin, we can't be together.
As she progressively puts her chest on his shoulder. You know what? At some point, we're going to review Star Wars. I am going to rip episode 2. I don't care how much y'all hate the sequel trilogy. The prequels are not safe because there were still some moments that were bad. And episode 2 is loaded with bad moments.
Oh, yeah. No, when it came to the first 6 movies...
Hold on. No. Don't y'all let this thing about the sequel trilogy, I know they were not that good. Don't let the nostalgia don't start to retroactively say that the prequels were good. Episode 1 had issues. Episode 2 was worse. Episode 3 got everything right, book-wise and movie-wise too. But episode 3 got it right. Don't y'all dare tell me that episode 2 was a good movie. It really wasn't. Don't you dare.
I'm gonna say what I said to a bouncer before, because like game recognized game. So when it came to the first 6 movies, because at the time there were only 6 movies, the second one was indeed my least favorite of the 6 movies. But there were scenes that were legitimately good, like Obi-Wan versus Jango.
Yeah.
Count Dooku was a total badass. The sass was on point. I was wondering if you got our message. I did, and just as you instructed, we sent it to the Jedi Council that we came here to rescue you. Good job. Now, and one more thing. Boba Fett in this movie got more screen time than he did in the entire original trilogy. But yes, no, this movie had a lot of problems. For one, of the first 6 movies, as I mentioned, it is the longest movie. If you played all 6 movies on a 6-way split screen like Marty's house from Back to the Future Part 2,
Yeah.
episode 4 would be the first one to end. Episode 2 would be the last one. And episode 8 is about 10 minutes longer than episode 2. So now you know how I feel.
Anyways, so he runs with the bullets again, like sees them and throws like mud water on them. I don't know. They
basically it's his version of that shower scene.
Yes, they chased him, and I'm gonna say this one thing. I'm gonna say one thing. These kids in this movie are vicious and much worse than the kids from Cobra Kai. Like Cheng would whoop the dog out of Johnny Lawrence. I don't care if he's 12. He would beat Johnny Lawrence within an inch of his life. If you put any of these kids up with any of the guys from Cobra Kai, Mike Barnes might be the only one walking out barely. Barely. I'm giving Mike Barnes a lot of credit when I say this. He would barely walk out of there alive. Johnny Lawrence would have got his ass whooped. Matter of fact, if you put him in with the Alpha Elite from Next Karate, they would have. You talking about a massacre. They would have massacred Alpha Elite just like that. Anyways, Jackie Chan
to Johnny Lawrence's credit, he tried to be an ex-delinquent for about 5 minutes. But at least he tried again the next day. He tried being friendly with Allie and backhanded friendly with Daniel, but it's like he was willing to leave Daniel alone if Daniel left him alone. Like honestly, the only reason they gang stomped him during Halloween was because Daniel pulled that prank on him. Like if he didn't do that, like let's be honest, like he just smoked that toke and then hang out at the dance, leave Daniel alone. Daniel leaves him alone. And Daniel would still be like cowering in fear throughout the rest of the school year, but at least he won't get his ass whooped. But here it's like, no, like Daniel went looking for trouble. Here, trouble went looking for Dre. Like they're actively following Dre to kick his ass for no reason.
Right. But anyway, so Jackie Chan saves him and whoops on these kids without even touching them. And takes Jaden Smith back to his house, and to help him with the bruises and stuff like that, he does a technique which you can use in massage parlors where they heat up one of those suction cups and like suction cup therapy to get the pain out. Oh, and he's like rubbing fire on him and stuff. I don't know how to explain it. And it helps him, right? So then he's asking him, hey, look, I need you to teach me kung fu. And he's like, why? It's like, so I can kick their ass. It's like, yes, but kung fu is only, it should be more of a defensive technique. It's like, yes, and I don't want to get my ass kicked. And he's like, then what should I do? Just talk to the instructor? He's like, that's a good idea. He's like, all right, come with me. He's like, no. It's like, why? Bad idea. Fine. Just like Mr. Miyagi, he's like, and it's like, you won't get your ass whooped. I'm gonna come with you. They go, and just like in the original Karate Kid, they talk to the instructor. He's like, yo, listen, if 1-on-1, fine. This was 6v1. Why would you put that kid in a disadvantage with that? He's like, and then the instructor's like, all right, let him fight. And he's like, oh, no, not here. At the tournament, at the Kung Fu tournament. He's like, that's coming up in like what, 2 months? If I remember correctly, the time span, this one was 2 months. But as just like in the original, none of the students touch him. And in this version, the whole wax on, wax off doesn't really work. He has Dre put his jacket on, take it off, put it on the ground, pick it up, put it and throw it on the hanger, take it off, put it on, take it off, put it on the ground, and vice versa. And his mom who knows Mr. Han is actually like, how'd it go? Like, sucked. And apparently in the school, everyone knows he's going to be in the tournament. Word of mouth got out quickly. And so once again, on, off. And so he asks him then Jaden Smith asks, like, what is the point of me doing this? Do you even know Kung Fu? And just like Mr. Miyagi, Mr. Han showed him, like, take your jacket off. No. Try with me, bro. Pretend. And it teaches him how to block, defend, parry. Honestly, I'm going to say this right now. This was a much better way of teaching someone karate or any type of martial arts than it was than wax on, wax off. Personally. And I'm not being biased when I say this. I still think the first movie is much better than this movie, but there are some things about this movie where I'm like, if only the first movie did this. Anyways, so the real training begins. And he teaches him how to learn, know when your opponent's gonna hit you. He puts a boxing glove on a stick and beats the hell out of him with the drape around. That was funny. Also throwing tennis balls at him to teach him how to dodge. And then also takes him to one. No. He went to the Forbidden Temple, if I remember correctly. The Forbidden Temple, Forbidden Temple with the teachers and stuff. But Han does take him to the Shaolin Temple in the mountains, and he is watching how everyone is learning kung fu, doing doing things that I know I can't do. I can't lift my body with just my thumbs. Okay, sees a woman learning snake style. And then he drinks from the dragon fountain or the dragon well, and then they drive all the way back down in a bus, and we have a moment because throughout, just like in the original Karate Kid movie, we have a moment where we are building the relationship between the master and the student, and the student reminds Han of his own child. We'll get to that in a second. There's a subplot though where Mei Ying and Dre, they make a promise. Like, he wants to go to her audition. She will go to
they actually go to an Amagawa festival. Well, in Japan it's called Amagawa, but it's the same holiday exists in both countries. It's one of those things where it's like Lunar Festival is a Chinese Korean thing, but yes, Amagawa is a Chinese Japanese thing. Just like how karate is a Korean Japanese thing. Anyways, so yeah.
Hold on. Taraji P. Henson saw the jacket, and she's like, "Dre, your jacket." Me, I'm like, Jackie Chan was like, "I'm like, bro, it's so my mama. You don't want to do it. Like, if I gotta do it, she like, I gotta do with her. You don't." I felt Dre's pain. I felt that pain because I've been there.
It's
I gotta deal with that now.
Yeah, it's what was that phrase? When you put someone in a position that they're guilty of a crime even though they didn't do anything. Hold on. There was a movie with Catherine Zeta-Jones with the same name. Daryl Hammond went through it when he was in South America. What was that movie with Catherine Zeta-Jones and Sean Connery?
Oh, you mean the one where she was going through the spy stuff?
Yes.
That latex? I don't remember.
Well, damn it! You had to know one word. I was hoping you knew the one word. Entrapment. Yeah, entrapment. Yeah. So it's like he put Dre in that position where he'll get in trouble. Dre didn't do anything wrong here.
So,
but yeah, focusing on the festival, yeah, it's like basically it's a story of Altair and Vega, which are your two stars on opposite sides of the celestial hemisphere. You know, one's in the northern hemisphere, the other's in the southern hemisphere, and basically, like, they're both represented by a what's called a heavenly princess and weaver of divine cloth, and the other is a farmer with cattle, and basically they fell in love, and the gods were not happy, so basically a river was created to separate them. Basically, the river is the Milky Way itself, because, like, again, like, one's in the northern hemisphere, the other's in the southern hemisphere, and in between is the Milky Way galaxy. And basically, the fairy Deneb, which is represented as a bird in Chinese mythology, basically creates a bridge to cross the river only once a year, and that one day in the year is celebrated in both countries. Hence, in Japan, the Amagawa Festival. And yes, the character Kamen Rider Zeronos is based on that, because Yuto separated from Irie, and yes, his two forms are named Altair and Vega, and his imagined name is Deneb.
Oh god,
so,
we're driving away.
Yeah.
So,
Call Ranger also made that reference. Zenkaiger made that reference. I think there was an episode of Boom. Yes, there was an episode of Boom Boomger that focused on
Ranger.
That. Maybe.
Maybe. So, all right. Anyways, so Jaden. So
Pinky Promise.
Turns out a few days later, turns out that her audition was early. It was supposed to be like the next day, but it was early. And her and Dre.
Yeah, you know who did that? Sharpay Evans. She wanted to get to that music school in her place.
So she's running late, even though it wasn't Dre's fault. She gets to her audition. She makes it, but her mom and dad said that she can't hang out with him no more because he's a bad influence. Then he goes to Mr. Han's house. Mr. Han is drunk and breaks the car that he was trying to fix. And it turns out that him, his wife, and his child, I think it was his son, or was it a daughter? He had a son or a daughter?
I can't remember. His child.
Yeah. They were involved in a car accident. They were coming down a steep hill. They didn't see it coming, and he was the only one that survived, and he's broken. I don't know what that's like as a parent, but if I'm the only one who made it, and my baby and my wife didn't make it, oh no, I've been riddled with guilt too. I would have been riddled with guilt. And you can feel that where Jaden's coming from, because Jaden Smith lost his dad. I love what Jaden Smith does next, but because Jaden Smith, he knows what loss is like. He lost his father. This guy lost his wife and child. And what's the best thing to do when it comes to feeling that pain again? My boy Jaden Smith took those two training sticks where you put the hands on and stuff like that, kind of like a puppet. Put it on Jackie Chan, got his ass out the car, and they began to train again. Taraji P Henson saw it too, because she sent him a text saying, "Come home." And just like any black mama, where the hell's my baby? Because I saw the look in her eyes. She was ready to be like, if you don't bring your ass home. But when she saw what was going on, I think she put two and two together. She's like, you know what? My baby needs to train for this. He ain't in trouble. Next time he needs to call me or text me. I'm a little mad about that, but I ain't mad about this. So you know what? It's okay. We get a training montage of Jaden Smith getting better and better, and even at one point does a high kick to kick a bell. Mr. Han teaches him Chinese so he can apologize to Mei Ying's dad, saying, "Look, I am sorry. Mei Ying's been my only friend. I didn't want her to get in trouble. I didn't want her to miss her audition. And if you give me a second chance, it'd be great. Give me 1 second. You can take it from here. I gotta take a call. Yeah. Go ahead."
So her father says, she said that you made promise. You come to audition. She come to tournament. In our family, a promise is a code of honor. We have to honor that tradition. Therefore, even though we hate your guts, we will still honor your promise by allowing her to attend karate tournament. I mean kung fu tournament, because I got confused because this movie is called Karate Kid, and yet here we are in Peking. But nevertheless, she will attend the tournament. Just make sure you don't break your leg or end up in body bag.
Sorry about that. So next thing you know, so I think you already explained. Did you tell him about Jackie Chan giving him the gi?
Oh no, I didn't mention the gi.
Okay, so they go to the tournament where it's being held. He gives him that's not a gi. What is it? Because I don't know.
Yeah, but the point being is
he gave him his uniform to fight in the tournament.
It's a frog top. I don't know the actual name of the uniform.
Anyways, so the next
gi
day,
is Japanese.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know it's not a gi. The tournament is the next day, and I'm gonna say this right now. Much better. I love the fight choreography in this movie because after Jaden does win his first match, and you see all the other contestants fighting, and him also beating everyone in Cobra Kai, this is some of the best choreography in a Karate Kid movie I have watched. Probably because of the fact that whoever was the stunt coordinator for this movie. Matter of fact, I'm gonna look up the stunt coordinator. Let's see. The stunt coordinator. Oh, damn it! I don't care about AI. Stunt coordinator was Wu Gang. He's also known for his work with Jackie Chan. So you had the man who was part of Jackie Chan's stunt team helping out with all the choreography in this movie. Give this man his flowers. Stunt performers deserve their flowers. Yeah! 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 Anyways, so because we all wrap this up really quick. So we get to the semifinals. Dre gets his leg jacked up. The doctor says you can't.
He got Bobby Brown.
He got Bobby Brown. Yeah, he got the Bobby Brown treatment from Karate Kid Part 1. The doctor says, look, you cannot fight. You can't fight. Don't worry. Do not worry about it. You brought honor to your family. You brought honor to yourself. You have nothing to prove out there. His girl said it. His mama said it. He looked at Mr. Han like, Ninja, get me back out there. Mm-hmm. He's like, I got you. I got you, fam. Does the fire technique on him again. Comes back out. Jackie Chan tells the announcer like, hey, no, he gonna fight. He gonna fight. And look, I got 500 on him. I got 500 on him. and then in Mandarin, one of the other kids is, yeah, Cheng, put him in a body bag. So they fight. And again, when I tell you that these kids in this movie are bloodthirsty, Cheng Borton kicked up out of Dre, knocking him out of the ring, and the finals, it's at least 3 feet up. Like, let me put it like this: here's my
brutality.
I'm gonna show you. So this is my bench. Pretend this entire, and it's like maybe like 4 or 5 feet off the ground. Okay. No, about like 3 feet off the ground. He kicked him 3 feet off. And not only he levitated, he fell all the way down to the ground.
And hit a couple of chairs.
Like this is a WWE match. Anyways, Jaden Smith gets back up and whoops on him. It is now 2-1. He busts his leg. It's now 2-2. Jaden Smith gets back up.
And the Shifu is like, no mercy, and like he does it like shot for shot identical to Martin Cove, and even the kids like,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
like you know how Johnny Lawrence is like,
okay,
no, but like Cheng is like, okay, like anyway. He had, compared to Johnny, he had fewer qualms about breaking him. Like he wanted to go full. He wanted to go full bait. Like I would break your spirit. I'm your body.
So Jaden Smith does get up. He does get up. Gets in snake position, snake style. Counters his kick and does a
Basically a bicycle kick.
Bicycle kick, kick him in the face. Now
it's like if you've ever seen Wendy Wu Homecoming Warrior when she does that one move on the football pitch.
Yeah, no. If you ever seen Shaolin Soccer, or no. If you ever play Mortal Kombat X and you use Johnny Cage's X-ray move, he does the spinning backwards bicycle kick, and it's lit. Jaden Smith wins the tournament. Cheng, just like Johnny Lawrence, gives him the trophy,
and all the other kids like line up like Power Rangers, and they're like,
and the movie is over. Look. If you would ask me back in 2010, what would I have given this movie? I would have totally gave it a 5 out of 10. Okay, not a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. After watching this movie, after watching the dialogue, the characters, yes, this is a Karate Kid remake but it also is canon. Overall, I think my only issues of this movie, the false advertisement. You should have called it Kung Fu Kid a Karate Kid movie. I don't know. I don't care. But not Karate Kid, because this was Kung Fu. This has nothing to do with karate whatsoever. Number one. Number two, I think because of the fact the movie isn't as memorable as the first one, that's another issue. Because, I mean, again, the first Karate Kid movie is an 80s movie. Most 80s movies are memorable, but it also gave us memorable characters. Like, and don't get me wrong, this movie does give us some memorable moments, but the characters I may forget about. But it had memorable moments. And I think the moments are what makes me want to remember the characters, which I have to give credit to the movie for. With that said, the choreography I already told you is freaking amazing. And Jackie Chan did a very good job not playing like how he normally plays himself in like American movies and stuff like that. I think he did a fantastic job being a teacher and stuff. And I love the chemistry between him and Jaden Smith. I'm going to give this movie an 8 out of 10. It's a solid 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I have to agree with you about giving an 8 out of 10. But I will like go into more detail. I feel like to a certain degree, Han was definitely a better teacher than Mr. Miyagi because because like no disrespect to Pat Morita, like I love Pat Morita, and no disrespect to Mr. Miyagi as a whole, but the thing is he did a better job like teaching the material, like he actually explained it a lot sooner, like why he was doing the jacket on, jacket off. Like when he did the holistic medicine thing, it like they cinematically made it look more mystical. Like this is like outdated thing, like heating up jars and then like using them as suction cups. It's like I've seen this in Soviet cartoons before. There was one instance involving a whale. But yeah, no, it's yeah, no, like I think they did a better job with it, and like, it was more visually stunning. Meanwhile, Daniel was a better protagonist than Dre, just because like you see Daniel grow more than Dre, but on the flip side, Dre's chemistry with his girl was a lot better than Daniel's with Allie's. Like you felt the chemistry a lot more, and given the fact that she is going to a music program, you kind of have that like emergency exit if you're gonna write her out of the show, rather than have her date a Chinese rugby player in college or something like that. Like seriously, that still bothers me about Ali. What's it called? As far as the villains go, yeah, Cobra Kai's, well, specifically Johnny and Kreese were definitely more memorable than Cheng and his teacher, because it's like they have more personality and they did have more restraint. I actually liked that Johnny actually tried being friendly with Daniel, even if his friendliness was backhanded. But Cheng, he was like needlessly aggressive. Heck, even Cheng, like even if he like was like, oh yeah, my family's friends with your family, and therefore I'm looking out for you so that you don't fail, make it to that audition. Why are you knocking down that sheet music? That makes less sense than Johnny being upset that Ali moved on after what, they broke up in 5 weeks. I forgot like how long it was since they broke up. Also, they never dated. I mean, Cheng and the homegirl, like they never dated. There's no romantic stakes there. He's just being cruel to Dre for no reason. But props to Dre's neighbor. At least he's there more. He has more presence than Frankie does. So yeah, no, this is a solid 8. Like I want this to be apples and oranges, but like it tries a little. This movie does try a little too hard to be a mostly carbon copy of Karate Kid. And I honestly would not mind it as a remake, although now it has to be reclassified as a reboot because both words have very specific definitions, and I honor those definitions, unlike most people on the internet. Yeah, this used to be a remake, not a reboot. Now it is legitimately a reboot. And yeah, like honestly, I would give it an 8.2 instead of an 8 if you just rebranded it as Kung Fu, a Karate Kid saga, and maybe have Mr. Han briefly mention Mr. Miyagi, or have a photo of him with Mr. Miyagi. You know, like just say that, oh yeah, these two used to know each other. Oh yes, it takes place in the same universe, but definitely make it very clear that yes, it's the same universe, but yes, we're not learning karate, we're learning kung fu. Just acknowledge it. Make it part of the marketing. People will be more tolerant of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And now we're fully primed for Karate Kid 6, Karate Kid Legends.
Before we do that, let's get to these comments real quick. Honestly, this movie wasn't that bad. It got too much hate. The only real problem is the false advertising. Exactly. Shifu Kabata, shut up.
This is the way.
Karate Kid after super surprised 6-1 isn't called the last Karate Kid. That would have been really cool. Galileo. You know what? I'm done. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. I gotta get out of here. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe to the Buttery Show's YouTube channel. Be sure to follow us on Facebook at the Buttery Show. And Instagram.com or Instagram at the Buttery Show, not Instagram.com. Jesus Christ. You want to get a hold of any of us? Find me on Twitter, Instagram, _Fox, YouTube _Fox. And find always getting content on twitch.tv/RecklessFox. I apologize for not streaming yesterday. Some stuff came up, but I'll be back. Today's Tuesday. I'll be back tomorrow. We're and play more RE6. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to our sister channel, the Morphin Network, where my boy right here. Don't worry, I got you. Chill. Matter of fact, here, common writer Uchaku, go ahead, bro.
Okay, you could find me on Instagram at Boken_Kabuto and on Twitch at twitch.tv/BokenKabuto. You guys can watch our sister channel, the Morphin Network, where we discuss all things Tokusatsu. This week we are doing the final 4 episodes of Ultraman Z. We are continuing with Kamen Rider Gav and number 1 Sentai Go Jujer. And this Saturday, we will be doing the next 5 episodes of Kamen Rider Classic, which we're almost done. 13 episodes left. Once we get those 5 done, there'll only be 8 more to go. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. And yes, stay tuned for our our content on both channels. We've got a lot of interviews to upload, and including 3 heroes from a world of virtuality. And yes, also we got shorts of Gundam GQX. This guy right here is gonna record the finale. I still haven't seen the final episode. I'm gonna as soon as the stream is over. Yeah, Karate Kid month. We're almost done. We're gonna do the last one this Monday on June 30th, and then July we're moving right on to John Wick month. We're going to do all 5 movies, including the new film Ballerina. Can't wait to see it. Can't wait to discuss it. Let's go.
With that being said, thank you guys so much. We greatly appreciate it. And yeah, we'll be back next week for Karate Kid Legends. Till then, this is Leo. This is Mike. Signing out. Peace. Be with you.